Okay, so now here we are going over the routing for capital. Right off the bat, almost instantly, as soon as we're done speaking to Sid and we've purchased our armor that we are required to purchase, there are two different ways of making it into capital. There is Route A, which is going to be far easier. All it requires is going right through this door. But there is also Route B that requires doing an arch skip and going around the door, which is going to be a lot more difficult, especially for the new people. I will go over both ways, but I will kind of split most of anything. If there is a second route, so Route B being the more difficult route, that's going to be in a video on the side. So if you do wish to do Route B, please go ahead and click on that video and watch that one. If you want to do Route A for now, then I will continue with this routing. So as soon as we are done speaking to Sid, we want to triple jump and make our way over here. Like before, as soon as we hit a certain little, as soon as we hit a trigger, Ray will start walking again and we can't do anything. We have to, make our way right up to the door. She's gonna speak and we'll be able to grapple to the door, but that takes forever. So instead of walking up to the door, as soon as we are done speaking to Sid and we are able to triple jump, as soon as you get to kind of this little rock here or right beneath this, we'll be able to grapple from way back here. So we want to grapple. We're going to cut open the door. It's going to clear. It's going to be weird. You can kind of start moving as the camera is panning down. And we are going to make our way up. Now, real quick, I am going to show you a way of getting through this cutscene. For one, you can actually sit through this cutscene if you wish to, but you can go around. I don't do this, so it is going to be, I might mess up on a few attempts of doing this. I haven't done it in a while, but I mainly do Route B, which is a little bit more difficult. So I haven't done this in a while, but if you do not wish to sit through this cutscene, you can do this. I'm going to come up to this rail. We're going to dash right off. So like most things, as you're going up the rail and skating up, you can actually directionally dash off of it. So we're going to dash off that rail, and this is where gravity manipulation comes into play. You can kind of see ever so slightly this line right here and kind of like right here. When we get on the side of this cliff, Ray's going to actually stick right to it with her feet. So we can dash, and as you see, she kind of flies forward. So I messed it up, went a little too far. You can also jump as well. You can double jump. So as you see, here we are. We shouldn't be able to do this, but we can. So I'm gonna save my position. From here, if we want to triple jump anywhere up to here, if you can make it, then it'll work. So this is gonna take me a few tries. Bear with me, but this is the way you do it. So, okay, first things first, I don't want to hit skate, so we want to triple jump. Okay, the tree kind of blocked me a bit. But again, maybe if I go up higher. All right, that kind of worked. So pretty much now we are over the wall, and you want to triple jump right over this entire little red section to avoid the cutscene trigger. And that's how you get through it. So if you do wish to sit through the cutscene, just ride the rail up and you can make it on through. And you do not have to do it this way, but that's one way of skipping the cutscene. As soon as we do that, we want to make our way through these arches, go to the left, hit this grapple, come up to here. And now that we are here, the first die is right there. Doing it the legitimate way, we'd have to go through all of this entire section, go through everything to be able to make it to here, and that's just way too much. So instead, we are going to triple jump once more right in between these trees. I kind of like to use this branch like right here as a good way of being able to know if I'm going to be able to make it. So you can kind of see the shimmering light right here. There's a grapple that we're going to try to reach from beneath. So save my position. I'm going to triple jump right there, and as you can see, we can grapple up and we're gonna hit the checkpoint. And now we just want to go through this eye, so hit it here. You can jump, smack this one from way over here. I'm gonna dash, hit that one. We are going to do a dash jump, and as soon as we make it to that little prong, we will be able to grapple to the eye. So dash jump, smack it, eye. And that is the first eye of Capital. As soon as we load in, we are going to want to triple jump or grapple, whichever way works. You can actually grapple here and then double jump to that ledge, or you can triple jump and grapple. Okay, had to sneeze. Or you can triple jump. So I'm gonna just triple jump, time slip, hit the checkpoint. We're gonna come up these steps. Kind of lags here, at least it does for me. We're gonna make another right, come up here. You can triple jump from here, but if you feel like you want to be a bit safer, you can also come up to this top part. We want to triple jump right to that grapple, so just like that. And now we've hit this checkpoint, so this will be a little bit of a hard skip to do. Coming through this room, if you've played through the game, you know you will speak to this character here. So you got to deal with one, Ray getting locked into walking. Right here, you hit this trigger and you get locked into walking. So you got to walk to her, speak to her, and you got to walk around the tree, and then you hit a cutscene. We are going to avoid all of that. We are going to avoid the walking, the dialogue, as well as the cutscene. In order to do this, we are going to want to triple jump to this door that is landed sideways. Just like this. We are going to be locked into the trigger of walking, but as soon as you make it to, I guess, this little dent, if you can kind of see this little dent in the door, we're able to jump again. So from here, this is going to be pretty difficult, which is why I advise you to use, if you are on PC, use the mod manager so that you can save your position and reload. If you are on console, then this kind of will require you to, you know, if you mess up the jump, walk all the way back, triple jump up the door, and do it all over again. So that will be your way of practicing, unfortunately. But what we want to do is triple jump around this entire little section, and we want to land over here where these bushes are in the rubble. So a good rule of thumb of knowing how to avoid it is we are going to be pretty much triple jumping through this path. We are going to go in between these little two fountains and this big one. We're going to go right in between it. It can be a little weird, and this is why practice makes perfect. So I suggest getting used to the triple jump first and then being able to do this, because it is very difficult to do, especially trying to get it on your first try. If maybe you get it on your first try, then great for you. So I can do it. Most likely gonna mess up because I'm, you know, explaining it, but triple jumping right through the path and landing right over here. Once you do land over here, we're going to come up to this little railing. We want to triple jump right towards this banner. As soon as we do that, we're going to kind of bounce over to the right, and we want to land pretty much around here where this crack is, because we are going to go through the wall, through this little wall here, because as soon as we enter here, we enter a cutscene. We don't want that. So save my position. We are going to triple jump up to the sign, right through the wall, just like that. Now that we are here, you can't see it, but there is an invisible wall blocking us from going to the right, but there isn't beneath this. You can actually fall down there. There is a way of getting out. It requires triple jumping up to this corner, but it's very finicky, and you kind of have to be perfect to be able to make your way out. So we do not want to fall down there. From here, don't go past this wall. We want to triple jump to the right, so just like that, and we can land on this rail. We can party. That's pretty much right through there, and we've made it through the dialogue, the walking, and the cutscene. As soon as we land, we want to use our movement Sorry if I start picking up on speed. I just don't want to, you know, get caught up explaining too much, and just kind of make it my way through the guide, especially for those of you that want to learn it and you just kind of want to get a move on. You already understand the game and the mechanics, you just want to move. So now that we're here, we are going to want to come up this rail, go over to this right one, and up to this train car. Save my position, and this is where our first rail slip is going to come in. This is going to require a lot of practice. I will show you the multiple different ways of doing this. I'm not going to split this into a different video. I'm just going to go over them. So if you feel like you've got one and you understand it, keep going. But I'm also going to show you a way of recovering if you do not make this jump, on how to still make it up to the top of this tower. For practice purposes, for those of you on console, or if you do not have the mod manager, you can actually make your way up here, avoid these little jerks, and there is a checkpoint, so you can hit this checkpoint and jump right over back to the train car to be able to practice this. And I suggest doing that because this is going, like, rail slipping in general is kind of difficult to do, to understand the timing, but also on this one, because it is at an angle, it can be a little awkward. Brian does have a tutorial on this, I believe, so once again, I'll be including those within this playlist, but I will try to loosely go over it. Once again, sorry in advance for poorly explaining things. So first things first, what we want to do is we're going to rail slip. So rail slipping involves, as soon as we get close to the rail, we are going to hit our time slip, and Ray kind of moves in slow motion. As we are in our time slip, we can actually skate, and we can spam our skate. We're only going to do it about 4 or 5 times. Through practice, you'll be able to understand the amount of times that you need to do it, for you to be able to pull it off. But so we want to skate while we're in that little animation, and it will launch us. A good way of doing this while we, you know, jump into the rail slip. So we're gonna jump, skate just right before we get to the rail. So you don't want to do it on the rail, but you want to do it right before landing. Hold skate, and you want to spam it, and then Ray will launch. So you don't have to cancel out of the rail slip. I like to do it. I feel like it gives me a bit of a height boost because of later down the line when we do a rail slip triple, it's something that you do for a height boost, and this kind of goes in line with the rail slip in general. If you are holding the rail slip, you will get more speed forward, versus if you let go, you'll get more height. In a situation like this, we want both, so we are still going to hold the skate as we come off of it. So I'll try to, you know, finish the explanation. We're going to do this now. So want to jump, hold it, spam, and you kind of see that we get this boost. I kind of messed up a bit, but it gives you an idea. So we're going to do it again. As you see, we get our height, and we're able to get up. So it took me a few tries because explaining it breaks me out of my mind. So landing up here, if you do land, let me get it right. If you do land down here, perfectly fine, because you'll be able to just mantle and jump right up, and then we can make our way up to the clock tower. Now, if you end up not making it all the way, let's say you land, you know, somewhere down here, you're able to make it to this rail, perfectly fine. Land up to this rail, and instead of going through there, what we want to do is triple jump right around this building. Be kind of awkward, but this is a nice recovery. Want to triple jump, you want to land right here. Oh, fell right through. All right, so now you can climb right up, triple jump right across here, and you'll be able to make your way up the clock tower. I will show you the alternative than landing on the left side, and it's a bit easier and better. And the reason why I say that is because you'll see in a second here, you will get a gravity minute. So with that, you'll be able to get a boost kind of launching you up in the air, and we're going to do that after this clock tower as well. So it's nice to kind of see what that looks like and get a feel for it. So instead of going towards the left, where, you know, we would land up here maybe on this little bar, or maybe make it all the way to the top, or maybe we make it to the rail and we have to do it the recovery like I showed you, we want to go to the right. So in this area up in the air, it'll kind of boost you upwards, and going to the right is a lot better because on some occasions, if you can get a nice little rail slip, you'll be able to make it right up to the sludge without having to worry about anything. So we're gonna come up, we're gonna make our jump just like that. You can kind of see the boost. I didn't get it as much there, but you can kind of see it. A good rule of thumb, and I'm probably gonna mess this up, but just to kind of give you an image to process in your head. This is something that I just discovered as well, and this kind of goes with gravity manip in general. As you're doing it, you do not want to have Ray break your line of sight too much, and you do not want to look, you know, too far up. You want to kind of look up enough, but at an angle. If you look too far up, Ray will just drop instantly, just drop like a brick. If you look too far down, drop. If you look kind of just at the perfect angle, you will continue to fly forward and use that gravity to be able to, you know, get that boost. So I'll try it again here. If I don't get it, then that kind of just gives you an idea. Keep her in my line of sight. Kind of got it there just a little bit, but I wasn't looking up enough. But you kind of see what I mean. If she, you know, breaks out of the middle of your frame and kind of goes beneath it, she will fall. All right, so that's enough explanation about the rail slip. Now that we are here, whichever way that you're able to make it up, you want to come right up here, dash, 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 hit this checkpoint, avoiding this guy, just like that. So a cool way of being able to do that is as soon as you get to the room, hit the first prong, triple jump to the second one. But because you are using that double jump, you can attack that second one and use your third jump all the way on the third one. So it takes a little practice, and I've, you know, done it enough times to be able to get that. So it's a nice little cool movement. So as soon as you come in, boom, boom, just like that. So you'll be able to avoid the sludge slowing you down, avoid him hitting you, and still have all three of your jumps to be able to hit each three of those. So now we are moving on to the third eye. We only got two more. So what we are going to want to do is we're going to triple jump, or however way you are able to get back down here as efficiently as possible. Want to get right back down here, and we want to go to this rail right here. Oh man, that is gross. This is future Drew coming in to say that yeah, this took a little longer than I expected, so part 2 is gonna continue the rest of Capital, so go watch that next. Yeah, you're welcome.